If this institution ever moves away from faith in the Bible and faith in God and putting God first, then let us this day pronounce a curse on it.
That's Reverend Billy Graham speaking at the dedication of Tulsa's Oral Roberts University 51 years ago. Today, ORU and the rest of the world react to Graham's death. He was known as the nation's pastor, and even though he skirted politics, he served as a spiritual advisor and confidant to every president from Harry Truman to Barack Obama. And 2 Works for You reporter Giselle Puente is outside of the university's chapel in South Tulsa this morning, where she's gathering reaction at ORU. Good morning, Giselle.
Well, Scott, the regular service just started this morning. You can see some of the students filing in right now inside the chapel here at ORU. About 20 minutes into the prayer, though, ORU's preacher will say a few words on Billy Graham and talk about his legacy, especially his tie to the university. The pastor was friends with the late Oral Roberts. He invited Graham to give ORU's dedication address in 1967. Then in 1980, Graham spoke again at the university at an evangelical conference at the Maybe Center. ORU's current president, Dr. Wilson, says he'll always remember his brief meeting with America's pastor a few years ago.
Well, Billy Graham was what you saw, you know. I think this is one of the legacies that Billy leaves, is a legacy of spiritual integrity. The man on the stage was the man behind the scenes. He was a man that was upright, told the truth, a good father, a good brother, and a friend to so many people.
Billy Graham had a big outreach with his evangelical preachings. It's estimated he preached to more than 200 million people in more than 180 countries during his lifetime. Now, coming up at 11:30, we're going to have another live look at the service, and we're going to send it back to you in the studio now.
Giselle, thank you. Oklahoma's 2 U.S. senators are expressing their condolences online this morning. Senator Langford tweeted that Billy Graham was one of the greatest spiritual and moral leaders in America's history. And Senator Jim Inhofe tweeted, "We have lost a giant today, but I'm confident his work will continue."